Hello and welcome to the 18th episode of the quiz show. We've had two fantastic quizzes in Delhi, as expected. Some fantastic stuff we've seen. Debajit has been winning the last two. He'll meet two new challenges to see, and we'll see what happens in this one. Okay, cool. We'll do one quick intro. We've all seen Debajit in the last two episodes, but we'll do one quick intro from Anand and Vashi.
I'm Anand Krishnan. I'm a technology policy advisor with the British High Commission, and I really enjoy quizzing.
Okay, now we are going to Vashi. Vashi, quick intro.
So my name is Vashi Dhankar and I'm a software engineer at Salesforce.
Okay, Devjit, Anand, Vashi, we'll start. First question, this is for Devjit, your direct. The B, two, of, and A in that have I, it, for, not, on, with he, as you. Okay, this seemingly very confusing, weird sentence. Put funda, what is this sentence? What are we trying to say here?
So it's the list of words in a dictionary to have most number of pointers in terms of meanings.
Okay, so you're saying these words have most meanings in
Like
general.
in terms of in dictionary, they have the most listers under them in terms of usage.
So is it usage or meaning? You think.
Usage, as in like under the word you have listers in the dictionary of
Mm.
how these words are used. These have the most.
So you're saying these are the words which can have multiple types of usage? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean most types of usage.
Okay, we'll not react to that. I'm going to Anand.
All of these have the most elaborate meanings in the dictionary.
Most elaborate meanings in the no. Going to Vashi.
Trying to make sense of a sentence
Hmm.
without a proper noun.
Mm, no. Okay. Okay. We'll give a hint. Start again with Devjit. So the reason I was probing Devjit further is because it's somewhere there, but you're, I think, unnecessarily complicating it. The answer is very simple. No need to think. The answer is just one of those things. Wow, man, ye to off. So these are the most something in English language. The most dash words in English language, and then go through the sentence again. Tell me, what does it make any sense to you? The, be, to, of, and, a, in, that, have, I, it, for, not, on, with, he, as, you.
The most common words in English.
That's all we were looking for. These are the most common words in the English language, and that's the order. Okay, so the most common is the, followed by be, to, af, of, and, in, that, have, I, it, for, not, for, with. These are the most common words in English language. Okay, great. 5 points there to Devjit. And we come to Anand now for the next direct. X is a practice found all over the world with numerous cultural variations. It is widely viewed as a pseudoscience due to various contradictions between different interpretations and the lack of evidence for its predictions. It is believed that Valmiki wrote a book comprising 567 stanzas on this subject first. From India, X spread to China, Tibet, and to other countries in Europe. X also progressed independently in Greece. Aristotle reportedly discovered a treatise on the subject on an altar of Hermes, which he then presented to Alexander the Great, who took great interest in examining the character of his officers by analyzing their dash. What are we talking about?
Astrological science.
No, we'll go to Vashi.
Does it have to do with just a person or just like where they live or something like that?
Mm, now I can't add anything because
Oh.
Anand has already given his guess. So
Feng Shui because it has China in there.
Feng Shui, no. Passing to Devji.
Horoscopes.
Okay. Cool. We'll start again with Anand because okay. So Anand Devjit, directionally you guys are almost there. Okay, I'm just looking at something very specific. Okay, so because Anand, you said astrology, right? But astrology is a very wide term, and you said horoscope again, horoscope. But we are looking at something very specific, and the big clue here is Alexander the Great, who took great interest in examining the character of his officers by analyzing their dash, is a physical thing. Okay, like a physical Huh? Does that help? Okay, we'll start whenever Anand is ready.
Uh, palm lines.
Palmistry. Palmistry is all we were looking for. This palmistry. 5 point there to Anand. Analyzing their palms or hands. Okay, so this is when you now go back, everything fits now because some people think pseudoscience, some people think great. Valmiki wrote about palmistry, progressed all over the world. Yeah, palmistry. 5 point there to Anand. Now we come to Vashi for the next period. Vashi X is an island which takes its name from the Dutch word for seals. Hence, the Dutch Afrikaans name, which translates to Seal Island or Seals Island. Now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a 1982 book, Island in Chains, became the first published account of prison life on this island. Which island that counts three presidents of a certain country as former inmates?
Guantanamo Bay?
Not Guantanamo Bay. Going to Devjit.
Uh, Zanzibar.
Not Zanzibar. Going to Anand.
Robin Island.
Robin Island. Yes. First double digit score, 12 points there to Anand. This is, of course, Robin Island near South Africa. Makes sense now. Afrikaans, Dutch, and Mandela, one of the most famous inmates here. Maximum security prison, Nelson Mandela. Okay, going to Vashi for the next direct. This connect the following. This is an exhaustive list. Exhaustive, as we know, is a list where only certain number of people are there. Nobody else can be added. There are three images on your screen. The one on the right still plays. The one on the middle does commentary, does coaching, and does commercials, ads, drinks. Basically, the one on the left is a ex-legendary cricketer from the past. What is the and this is exhaustive, so there's no one else in this list.
Century in a first match.
Century in first match? No. Okay, going to Devji.
6 6s in county cricket.
You think Pujara?
Sorry, that was.
Sorry, Pujara.
Sorry.
Don't want it, but
Yeah.
but
And
yeah,
that's why it's.
not okay. Going to Anand.
I was going to guess the same thing. I need a break.
6 6s. Oh. So Rishastri didn't hit in county cricket. He hit in
Domestic.
here only. Karnataka versus Mumbai.
They've all hit 6 6s in domestic cricket.
भाई तो अभी भी सिक्स तुझे बहुत भरोसा है पुजारा पे यार भाई ओहो okay we'll start again with Vashi. So these are the only Indians to have done something. Okay, there might be other people non-Indian to have done something. But these are the only Indians to have done something in Test. Okay, only Indians, only three Indians have done something in the world of Test cricket. Good enough. Should I pause? Anand, Devjit, Vashi, anybody, or should I continue?
It's fine to. Yeah.
Huh? I'll
Fine.
pause.
Yeah,
Okay.
fine to continue.
Fine to continue.
Yeah, continue.
More
Fine to
here?
continue.
So test matches is a big funda and something to do with batting only. So don't think either udhar ki they were captain of something or they took many catches. Batting achievement in test matches only three Indians have done. Okay. I think that should be good enough because it's also exhaustive. So the moment you think of century, there'll be Tendulkar, there'll be Sehwag, there'll be Dravid, Virat, many Gavaskar. They are all not there in this list. Only three Indians, and Pujara is a clue. The way he bats can be a big clue. Okay, with that, we'll take another round whenever Vashi is ready.
Can I pass this question? I have no idea.
Sure.
Okay.
Arre. Going to Devji.
Batted on all 5 days of the
Yes,
test match.
perfect. Batted on all 5 days of a test match. 6 points there to Devjit. Batted on all five. The only Indian players who have batted on each of the 5 days of a test match. Great. It's the opposite of hitting 6 6.
Yeah.
भैया इतना नहीं कर अब आराम से पैसा दिया है पूरे 5 दिन खेलूंगा मैं
Exhaustive Indians.
exhaustive Indians.
हाँ.
Yeah, exhaustive Indians. Cool. Anand, this is your direct. Talking about a certain fort. The fort was originally named Sudarshan Gad, but it became known as X, which means abode of tigers. The popular belief is that X here stands for X Singh Bhumia or Bhomia, whose spirit haunted the place and obstructed construction of the fort. Built mainly in 1734 by Maharaja Savai Jai Singh, the king of Jaipur, the fort was constructed as a place of retreat on the summit of the ridge above the city. Walls extended over the surrounding hills, forming fortifications that connected this fort to Jagad, which is the fort above the old capital of Amer, or as Angrez would say, Amber. Okay. Though the fort never came under attack during the course of its history, it did see some historical events, notably the treaties with the Maratha forces who warred with Jaipur in the 18th century. What fort are we talking about?
Ranthambore Fort.
Not Ranthambore Fort. Going to Vashi.
Mehrangarh
Not
Fort.
Mehrangarh. Going to Devjit.
In not sure how it relates to tigers, but Nahargarh.
Oh wow, man! Oof, so good. Oh bhai, almost that happened. Devjit, beautiful. So how without tiger you got?
I
Not that tiger
mean,
was a big.
been to Jaipur, and this is the highest one that
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen.
Jaipur was all you needed. Jaipur ke famous fort mein this
Yeah, Amer and
Amer and this Jagad is already
Jagad
given.
is given. So,
Amer bhi likhi diya hai.
and this is
Oh,
the highest one.
and Nahargarh is the highest one. It has nice cannon van and everything. And both Ranthambore and Mehrangarh are not in Jaipur. They are in Rajasthan, but not in Jaipur. Okay, great crack, yeah, Devajit. Oh, मजा ही आ गया एकदम. ऐसा. Almost came little bit. Because of little bit. It was one of those answers कि भाई नोट वोट फेंक देते हैं हमारे गाँव वाँव जाता तो कुछ लोग आके ऐसे ऐसे करते Going to Anand for the next direct. Anand, there's a special actor's cameo in the 2015 DC comic titled Harley Quinn and Power Girl number 5. In the comic, there's a moment when Harley Quinn comes in contact with her spirit animal, who is apparently X. So officially, they have never announced, but it's assumed that it's X, who meets her and obliges her with a line from his role in his iconic movie. Even though X's name is not mentioned, his dialogue and an Easter egg on his jacket sleeve confirms his identity. If you can't read that thing, Harley Quinn says, "Can you say my favorite quote?" And he says, "For a girl like you to." Okay, for a girl, this no intonation, because if you know the answer, you start talking like that person. For a girl like you to have a guy like me is very important. Who do you think this guy is making a cameo in a DC comic from 2015 called Harley Quinn and the Power Girl number 5?
Can you describe the emblem on his jacket? I really can't see that far.
Mm,
It's not important actually to see. It will be
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Good guess. Going to Vashi.
Oh, we have to tell the actor's name or the character's name?
Actor, like
Oh.
Tom Cruise types.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
Not Ryan Reynolds. Going to Devji.
so I'm a DC fan, so
Yeah.
I ought to know this.
Yes.
तुम्हारे जैसे लड़के के लिए मेरे जैसे लड़के का होना बहुत जरूरी है.
Yes.
शाहरुख खान.
Oof! Too good. 12 points. Devajit. The jacket says Rahul and Anjali.
It's my eyesight that's the problem.
वो सुन के तू टॉम क्रूज तो नहीं बोलता. Okay, this is of course Shah Rukh Khan. Can you say my favorite quote? And वाह देवजीत, वाह, क्या बात है. Okay, coming back to Anand. Anand, the original versions of X were constructed by two Americans, Catherine Cook Dash and her daughter Isabel Dash Dash. She began her research into personality in 1917. Upon meeting her future son in law, she observed marked differences between his personality and that of other family members. So the duo began creating X during the Second World War in the belief that a knowledge of personality preferences would help women entering the industrial workforce for the first time to identify the sort of wartime jobs that would be the most comfortable and effective for them. So just tell me, what is X?
Rorschach.
Not Roshan. Going to Vashi.
Horoscope, astrological sign.
No, not horoscope. Going to Devji.
The Myers-Briggs tests, MBTI.
Perfect. It is MBTI. Of course, Myers-Briggs type indicator MBTI. 12 points there to Devji. It is MBTI. 12 points to Devjit. And we come to Anand. Back to Anand. Anand, a mailman patented the most popular X variety. There are more than 400 varieties of X grown around the world, but the Hass, grown mostly in Mexico and California, is the most popular one. A postal worker named Rudolf Hess purchased the seedling from a farmer in 1926 and filed a patent in 1935. The original tree stood and bore fruit for nearly 70 years in La Habra Heights, California. What are we talking about? Yes,
Lemon. Lemon.
lemon? No, going to Vashi.
Avocados.
Avocado it is, yes. Avocado, California, half avocado. 11 points there to Vashi. It is avocado. Okay, avocado is correct. Vashi is also on board now. All three of you on scorecard. Coming to Devajit. Devajit, it is a British Raj term which originally referred to a place of assembly. The meaning then altered to denote a place where skill based contests were held. More generally, it refers to a social and sporting club in the Indian subcontinent and in other Asian countries, including Malaysia, Thailand, Burma, and Singapore, as well as in East Africa. The first element of it, so there are two elements to the word. The first half comes from gend, meaning ball in Hindi, Hindustani, khadi boli. And the second element has a Persian origin, which means a home or a compartment. What is the word?
This is Gymkhana.
This is Gymkhana. Yes, 10 points there to Devjit. It is Gymkhana. Okay. It was originally Gend Khana. Khana, as you know, is like any home, as a dawa khana, aisa karke. And then it became Gend Khana, and then eventually the British, as always, changed it to
Roorkee had
Gym.
one of the oldest gymkhanas in India.
Nice. And your school, Pragyanoja, used to play?
Just might.
Maybe. Okay. That brings us to the end of the first half. We'll take a quick look at the score. Vashi is on 11 on the back of avocado. Anand has 5 for palmistry and 12 for Robin Island. So Anand is on 17. And let's look at Devajit's score now. Devajit has 5 for the most common words in English, batted all 5 days, 6 points there. Nahargarh 4, 12 points, 12 points for Shah Rukh Khan, 12 points for MBTI, and 10 for Gymkhana. I think Devajit is on 57. Woo!
Combined as well.
Okay. 57, 17, 11, but not an unassailable lead. I think second half we'll see. The order now will be Vashi, Anand, and Devjit. This is for Vashi. The order is now Vashi, Anand, Devjit. Vashi, the X of a bourbon or other spirit is a measure of its alcoholic strength, defined in the US as twice the percentage of alcohol by volume. For example, the bourbon that goes into barrels at 125x, it means it has 62.5% alcohol. The term comes from 18th century Britain, where sailors dashed that their rum rations were not watered down by splashing gunpowder with the spirit and then igniting it. If the powder burned, the rum was legit. What is X? Vashi, this.
Pass, pass.
Anand?
Proof.
Proof. Yes. Beautifully done. 11 points there to Anand. It is proof. Okay. Sailors proved that their rum rations were authentic. Okay. Proof. 11 points there to Anand. Now we come to Devjit. Devjit, in 1914, with the outbreak of the First World War, this company had a significant development due to military orders. From 1914 to 1918, the number of company's employees increased 10 times. The company opened its own stores in Zlin, Prague, Liberec, Vienna, and Plzeň, among other towns. In the global economic slump that followed the First World War, demand for products dropped, production was cut back, and unemployment was at an all time high. The company responded to the crisis by cutting the price of products in half. Consumer response to the price drop was dramatic. While most competitors were forced to close because of the crisis in demand between 1923 and 1925, this company was expanding as demand for the inexpensive products grew widely. What is this company which has 4 factories in India?
Should be Bata.
Wow, man, what a great crack. It is Bata. Okay, Bata. Well done. Bata it is. Bata, of course, has 4 factories in India now. Bata Nagar, Bata Ganj. Okay, coming to Vashi. Vashi is the tournament that we are talking about. The X Cup competition was the idea of Sir George Allen X, who was inspired by tennis's Davis Cup and football's World Cup, first held in 1930. His idea was well received at the general meeting of the governing body. In the same year, Sir George presented the cup produced by Atkin Bros of London at the cost of 40,000 US dollars. The first cup competition was held in 1948-49, and Malaya or Malaysia emerged as the winner. Which cup are we talking? So, which sports tournament are we talking about?
Yeah, pass.
Passing to Anand,
Ryder Cup?
not Ryder Cup. Going to Devjit.
Thomas Cup?
Thomas Cup. Yes, 12 points there to Devjit. It is Thomas Cup. Okay, Thomas Cup, the most famous tournament in badminton, one of like badminton's World Cup, people consider it, and Sir George Thomas, Malaysia generally good in badminton and all. Okay, cool. We come back to Vashi. Vashi, this is a number. The answer will be a number. Is the only natural number whose square and cube use every digit from 0 to 9 exactly once. Basically, if you write the square of this number and the cube of this number, all the digits from 0 to 9 will be covered and exactly once they'll all come. Hence, it is informally known as a nice number. Okay, that's the first clue. Second clue is sum of divisors of numbers from 1 to 9, sum to x. So, if you write all the divisors of 1 to 9, add all of them, you will get x as answer. Third is it is well known for being a strobogrammatic number. Okay, what it means, if I tell you, then that will be the answer only. So I'm not telling. But these are the three things. Just tell me what is a number that is informally known as a nice number.
Pass.
Passing to Anand.
69.
Yes, it is 69. Well done. It's the nicest number
Nice.
to exist. Nice number. So basically, strobogrammatic number are the numbers. If you like change them also like this, they'll read the same. So 69. So 67-degree, lots of sun. 68-degree, pleasant. 69-degree, nice. Okay. Okay. 11 points there to Anand. Well done. It is 69. Okay, cool. Devjit, you're direct. Even though he was by all accounts a slob, X worked as a janitor at Withermax High School not long after dropping out of that very school. The dancing janitor in their most famous music video that came out in 1991 was an inside joke for those who knew of X's old job. Tell me who is the, your answer will be a person. And this is a screen grab from that famous music video.
Michael Jackson?
Not Michael Jackson. Going to Vashi.
Kurt Cobain.
Yes, that is correct. 11 points there to Vashi. It is Kurt Cobain. It is, of course, Smells Like Teen Spirit music video. And this is Kurt Cobain. 1991 came out. The Nevermind, the album, came out in 1991. Okay, 1991. It's crazy. I'm just giving extra info. Within a span of 6 weeks, if you are into rock music, if you're not, it's completely irrelevant information. But Nevermind by Nirvana, One by Pearl Jam, Black Album by Metallica, Use Your Illusion by GNR. All of these albums came within a span of 45 days. That's crazy. So some of the most iconic albums. What a year for music. This is 1991. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Anand, you knew, no? You were waiting for this to come. Okay, Anand, you're direct. This 2015 film was originally titled Nyoda for the place in which the events of the film are set. Its international release is called Guilty for what happens to some of the people in the film. The name of its mainstream Indian release partly refers to the real life people that inspired the film. Which film are we talking about?
Talwar.
Yes, that is correct. It is Talwar. 10 points there to Anand. It is Talwar. Yes. It is Talwar. Okay, Talwar Nyoda, which is Noida, in case you didn't figure. And Guilty and Talwar. Yeah, it is Talwar. Directed by Meghna Gulzar. Okay. Oh, nice. Anand is catching up now. Very well. Okay. Devjit, you're direct. Next question. Back in 1990, Saddam Hussein's Iraqi forces invaded Kuwait, and President George H.W. Bush sent American troops to the Middle East in the hopes that Saddam would back down. He didn't, and American forces launched a 6 week war to retake Kuwait and cripple Iraq. It was fast and won widespread home front support, partially because of the excellent live 24-hour television coverage from the fledgling news network, then CNN. What was the name of this two-word operation that shares its name with another onslaught by an Indian in the Middle East in 1998?
Operation Desert Storm.
It is Operation Desert Storm. Yes. Well done. It is Desert Storm.
Nice.
Beautiful crack. It is Desert Storm, onslaught by another Indian called Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, now we come to Vashi for the next direct. Vashi X was developed in 1966 under a contract by NASA to improve the safety of cushions for astronauts. X was produced by feeding gas into soft polymeric material. The resulted temper dash included cells that conformed to the user's body pressure and adjusted to each movement. It not only offered better impact protection in the event of an accident, but also enhanced passenger comfort on long flights. It was subsequently used in medical settings, especially for patients who needed prolonged hospitalization or postural corrections. Commercialization of X included its use in household items, footwear, sports equipment, amusement parks, and the automotive industry. What are we talking about?
Temper foam.
Temper foam? No. Going to Anand.
Memory foam?
Memory foam, yes. I want memory foam. 11 points there to Anand. Memory foam. This is memory. उसको याद रहा कि हाथ रखा था उधर. Okay, now we come to Devjit. Okay, with stretchy waterproof polyethylene at their disposal, Harry Westlake and Larry Hansen invented the first plastic garbage bag for commercial use in 1950. X bought the idea and brought Glad trash bags into homes. It took until the 1960s for plastic garbage bags to really catch on, but now, of course, we know they seem irreplaceable. Which company that has a bad rep in India for a particular reason are we talking about?
Union Carbide?
Yes, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It is Union Carbide. Wow. Okay, cool. We'll do one final look at the score. Vashi had 11 in the first half. Vashi got Kurt Cobain in the second half. Vashi ends on 22. Okay, so Anand at 17 in the first half. In the second half, he got 11 for Proof, 11 for 69, 10 for Talwar, and 11 for Memory Foam. Anand ends on 60 points. Debajit had 57 in the first half. In the second half, he got 10 for Bata. Thomas Cup gave him 12. And then 10 for Desert Storm and Union Carbide 10. Debajit ends on 99. Yay. Ah, man. Okay. I just want to thank, first of all, Anand and Vashi. I want to congratulate Debjit for his consecutive victories. But thank you for being part of this. Before, I always forget to thank the amazing venue people. I always realize when I go to the green room, कि main thank nahi bola. I want to thank to Happy Eye. Really shout out to everyone at Happy Eye and the crew that's helping us record and going through all of this and helping us take this on YouTube for a larger audience. So, yeah, one last thing. The winner gets a book, as you might know if you've seen the quiz show. For Delhi show, I've got 3 very Delhi specific, some of my favorite books of all time. For you, Devajit, for this match, this is your 3rd consecutive book, is William Dalrymple's The Last Mughal. I really love this book. I think it's one of the most interesting non-fiction ever written. This book made me really interested in some a very important chapter of our history. So this is for you, Debjit, The Last Mughal. Also, I'll give it to you. I'll write a note. Just to clarify, I bought it in extreme गरीबी के दिन. So this was bought from some road word side में. तो साइड में हो सकता है कुछ पेज वेज कुछ रैंडम प्रिंट थोड़ा वैसा वाला कॉपी है I think, but yeah, nothing else. So thank you guys, thank you for being a part of this, and I'll see you soon in some show. Thank you.